If you're a first generation or second generation immigrant like myself, and you're thinking of going back home to invest, to do business, here are a few things that I wish people told me. Firstly, you have to learn the global market, or specifically, you have to learn the market of where you're in. And when I say market, I use the term loosely. I mean everything about where you're going to invest in. It's like we take our experiences, our expectations, the standards from where we're coming from, and we bring it over here thinking that things should just magically translate. For example, let's take the culture of time. When doing business or when working with people from the West, I'm going to use the UK as an example. Time is a big thing in the UK. It's one of their value systems. They really value timeliness and punctuality. And I'm not saying they don't value it in Nigeria or they don't value it in Ghana, but there's such a thing as black people time for a reason. It's just part of the culture. I'm using Nigeria and Ghana specifically because that's where I've been based for the past 5 years. So my experience are limited to these countries. If they call a meeting at 9 a.m. in the UK, best believe if you get there at 8:56, you're practically late. Inversely, if you call a meeting at 9 a.m. in Ghana or Nigeria, just expect people to start turning up 30 minutes after. Now, I'm not saying one is wrong and one is right. That's up to your own personal opinion and that's up to your value system. But the point I'm trying to make is that when you're moving from such culture to another culture, if you bring that same expectation into that new culture, you'll be very frustrated. You've called meetings, but people are not turning up at the time you've stated. Don't see them that they are not good people or they are not hardworking or such. It's just the culture. And once I've started to realize and, take it easy, I've seen that things are becoming a bit smoother. And that is just one example. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that learn the culture of where you're going to invest in, where the culture of where you're going to build in, or where you're going to start a business. And I also think it's sort of maybe an entitlement mentality that you bring your standards of where you're coming from and you're trying to impose it in a new place. Meanwhile, a system, a culture has already been established way before you came. So you just have to learn how to work around it. Trust me, it saves so much time, it saves stress, and it gives you peace. So now when I trying to schedule a meeting, I just put at the back of my head that, okay, let me give 2 hours for this time slot. And I just learn how to multitask and do other things whilst waiting on people.